Hi everyone, it's Simon here with a review of Dune Sea. Dune Sea is a side-scrolling flying like a bird game available on PC, where actually you fly as a goose. You just aren't attacking humans with it. So think of this as the alternative Goose game to the Goose game, and it's available on PC. The reason why I was drawn to this game initially is when I saw it, I thought, ooh, pretty relaxing, serenity. I can fly as a bird and enjoy the peacefulness of it. And I'm really into my peaceful games, as you know. If you're a regular viewer of this channel, I love games like Feather. You've got Flower, Journey, obviously, but Air, things like that. There's quite a few games that make me go, yes. I like to just play out in a playground environment and enjoy the serenity of the bird itself. Dune Sea appeared, at least, to offer me that. However, across its 12 stages, it isn't the serenity that it perceives that it's out to be, but it's not quite difficult enough either. It falls into this weird middle ground where it expects more than what I was thinking it was going to, but then didn't give me the dexterity in the Goose to let me perform things simply and easily that meant that I could feel like I was effortlessly enjoying my time flying around everywhere. So if I try and explain myself, initially when you're flying around, you have a meter of energy that depletes as soon as you're off the ground, and you keep on having to press a button, almost like to flap your wings to keep going, and it will kind of help you build up height as you go, and then you can kind of swoop down a little bit, but as soon as you touch the ground, it's game over, back to the beginning or to the last checkpoint you was at. And if you smash into a wall and face plant, or beak plant I guess, then that's game over, back to the beginning or checkpoint. Fair enough. However, your Goose has the turning circle or glide path of just a fat person that has just had the biggest dinner and has decided to wear a massive parachute behind them, because there's a massive delay from when you press the button to the arc of what the Goose is doing. So as the levels get more and more complicated and more complex, it expects you to be able to do more things with your Goose. However, you'll end up trying to line stuff up, not quite get it right, hit the wall, or back out and turn around at the last minute, fly back out, hopefully still have some energy left to try and go again. And you'll have, because there's no indication of how close you are to a next checkpoint or anything like that, sometimes you just like, gotta get through, because it almost becomes like an endless runner time trial-y type thing, because you don't quite know when your energies are going to run out, and then you won't hit the next checkpoint as you go along. Also, because the game offers multiple paths throughout a level, which I think is really fantastic, those checkpoints aren't available on all of the different playthroughs. So if you stay high, you miss all the checkpoints. You, in theory, are going to miss most of the energy collecting as well. So the game's like, come on, stay close to the ground, but you can't do that very well because the controls don't let you do it, and so you end up just grazing across the ground. Game over, back again, game over, back again. And that frustration builds when all I wanted to do was to fly around and feel effortlessly serene as a goose. Admittedly in a post-apocalyptic low polygon environment, but I still wanted to feel like a goose. So for me, where Dune Sea needs to improve, and it's handy to know that they are working on improvements and tweaks to how things go, is that there needs to be a reduction of lag and more accuracy in what the Goose is up to. Because if it wants you to have that precision, it needs to give that earlier, because it's like the animation of the swooping in is so long and wide. I still wasn't used to it, and so I've not got to the end of the game, even though I've got quite far, because I was just like, I'm not actually enjoying this nearly as much as what I thought I would. I'm going to stop and maybe come back to it with fresh eyes. I would do that, and then I'd lose the precision of where I thought the Goose was going, and then I'd be like, no! So yeah, very frustrating. I also think the game would benefit from a no energy collecting, like just go and enjoy the worlds difficulty level as well, so that you could get used to enjoying the Goose almost like in an open world environment and almost like play with the acrobatics and all of that kind of stuff. I think that would be really good as well, because the environment and the way how the world is set up actually is very good. The soundtrack is decent enough as well, and there's plenty of nuance that you can get with the Goose as you start to learn, but the levels funnel you into having to deal with stuff so tightly and compactly that you aren't given the ability to really get to know the Goose before you're put through your paces in a really clunky way that doesn't teach you the nuances that it should, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So for me, Dune Sea is a tentative recommendation. I think some people will really get a lot out of this game. However, I would recommend Feather over Dune Sea currently in its current guise. But yeah, there is definitely some fun to be had with Dune Sea. It didn't really come too much from me, I'm afraid. So if you've got any questions or comments, please do leave them down below. I expect this will be a game that will improve over several patches. And so whilst you're watching this, it is just had a major patch a couple of weeks ago after launch to improve some of the smoother gliding. So clearly they can see where they're wanting to go with that, and hopefully they continue to go down that route. But yeah, any questions or comments, leave them down below and I'll get back to you on them. Dune Sea out now. Thanks for watching. Hope you join me again. Bye bye. Higher Plane Games is part of the Higher Plane Network, a collection of media projects ran by me. If you like what you see and want to find out more, visit patreon.com/Higher Plane Network. Your support can make so much more possible, be that a like, a comment, a share, or a pledge. Thanks for watching.